What if your money had a mind of its own? Imagine trying to buy a steak, but your card is declined because you've already reached your monthly carbon limit, or trying to save for a house, only to find your balance is expiring because you didn't spend it fast enough. This isn't a slow transition, it's a structural trap. The cage is being built right now, and the door is about to lock. Welcome to Finance Unfolded. Today, we expose the CBDC nightmare. You might say, I already use credit cards and banking apps. What's the difference? Here is the terrifying truth. Your money today is data, but a CBDC is an algorithm. Currently, your bank monitors where you spend. It's invasive, yes, but passive. However, with a central bank digital currency, the government doesn't just watch, they authorize. A CBDC is a direct liability of the central bank, which means they can build if-then logic directly into your digital wallet. This isn't a theory for the year 2050. China has already launched the Digital Yuan, using it to track and reward good behavior while punishing dissent. Over 100 countries, including the US and the EU, are in advanced testing phases. They are laying the pipes for a system where your salary could have an expiration date. Imagine getting your paycheck on the 1st of the month, but being told that if you do, you can spend 20% of it by the 15th to stimulate the economy. That money simply vanishes from your account. This is the ultimate tool for monetary engineering. It can prevent you from buying too much fuel, too much meat, or even donating to a political cause they've deemed dangerous. In this world, your money isn't a store of value or a symbol of your hard work. It is a temporary permission slip issued by the state. You aren't just a consumer anymore. You are a variable in a government spreadsheet. They do need to pass laws to control you when they can simply rewrite the code in your pocket. The final obstacle to total, absolute control has always been cash. Cash is the ultimate symbol of human privacy. It's anonymous, it's physical, and most importantly, it's decentralized. Cash allows for a shadow economy, a place where free people can tip a waiter, buy a used car, or help a neighbor without a central eye. Recording every cent, the CBDC is the weapon specifically designed to hunt cash to extinction. When every single transaction is recorded on a centralized government ledger, the concept of a private life dies. But this is more than just surveillance. It is automated enforcement. Think about the last thing you bought with a $20 bill. Now, imagine a world where that transaction is paused or blocked in midair because your social credit score dropped after you shared an unpopular opinion online. This is the merger of your bank account, your medical records, your carbon footprint, and your legal ID into one single digital point of failure. If they decide you are a risk, they don't need to arrest you. They simply unplug you from the economy. No gas, no groceries, no rent. You won't even be able to buy a bus ticket to leave the city. They call it financial inclusion and efficiency. We call it the invisible prison. It is a world where the walls aren't made of stone and iron, but of both south and one south hand, the central bank holds the only key to the door. How do you stay free when the digital grid is closing in? Before we proceed, a clear disclaimer. I am a financial investigator. This is not financial advice, but a study of how to maintain sovereignty in a centralized world. The architects of the CBDC thrive on your total dependency. To win, you must create exit ramps. First, the cash buffer. Use cash for every transaction possible while it still exists. Every time you pay with a bill instead of a tap, you are voting for privacy and delaying the lockdown of the digital cage. Keep a physical emergency fund outside the banking system, money that doesn't rely on a cloud server to have value. Second, the decentralized shield. You must move a portion of your wealth into assets that cannot be programmed or deleted. This means physical gold and silver, but more importantly, it means Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't just an investment. It is a protocol for freedom. Because it exists on a global, decentralized ledger with no central leader, there is no off switch owned by Larry Fink or the Federal Reserve. It is the only digital asset that honors the principles of cash. Finally, build a parallel economy. Start building relationships with people who produce real value. Know your local farmer, your local mechanic, and your local community. In a CBDC-dominated world, peer-to-peer trade will be the only place where true liberty survives. The grid only works if you're 100% inside it. The moment you move your life toward self-reliance and decentralized assets, the digital cage loses its power. They need your participation to lock the door. Choose not to participate. The CBDC is the final piece of the global puzzle. They want to turn your labor into a permission-based reward system, but the door only locks if you stay inside the vault. Will you be a digital subject or a sovereign individual? Next step. Tell me in the comments. If cash was banned tomorrow, what is the first physical asset you would buy to exit the digital system? To understand the global empire that is architecting this takeover, the same empire that manages the technology behind these digital assets, you must watch our deep dive on the BlackRock empire next. The web is large, but we are untangling it together. Keep your eyes on the money and your hands on your assets. I'll see you in the next investigation.